Welcome back to another episode, guys. I am hunting in a place that I've never hunted before. I have an uncle that owns a little over 1,000 acres out here towards Lubbock, and we're hunting kind of close to McAdoo, which I don't know if any of you guys have ever heard of McAdoo, Texas, but we are out here right now. I have my two buddies here.
Compadres,
GunsNChickenStrips, and John, Fearless Life Outdoors. You guys know who they are, and I will leave links in the description below so you guys can click on those and check their channels out. But we're going to do some hog hunting tonight. We are excited. We got the thermals and the night vision going. It's been a little while since we've done one of these videos, and we've got a couple of spots baited. And then we also have a feeder over here that supposedly has hogs come to it almost every night. So we're going to start out the evening doing a little bit of coyote hunting first before it gets completely dark, and then we're going to... What?
skunk.
A skunk? Yeah. Are you going to shoot with your bow? Okay, so I take that back. We're going to start the night out with a little bit of skunk hunting. I hope you get sprayed, John.
Right there. Get down. Okay.
First one that we found. Can you leave that light on me?
What?
Can you leave that light on me?
Yeah.
That one? Thanks. Well, yeah, we got another one down over here, and possibly two more. Possibly. We're not sure. We're gonna go look around, but here's our first one. We've got maybe a couple more down, and then we've got a ton more spots to go and check out. Y'all feeling good?
Feeling great, dude.
Yeah.
Got it.
Numero dos.
Numero el meduso. How's it feel, John? Get your first pig ever. How's it feel?
First pig ever?
First pig ever.
Awesome.
Awesome. Yeah, right. It's like your 5 millionth pig.
Well, we took 386 off the Brownwood property last year.
Yeah.
So
386. Sounds about my total in the last 3 months.
Piggy, piggy.
He's so pretty.
Look at the coloration on that thing.
yeah, he's kind of cool, like a piebald.
Yeah, it is really cool.
You got it, John.
You're the man.
Champion. Sorry, us two are just too busy. I got one. And no, he doesn't. Only one took off when your light hit him.
What's up? Back here at the house now. I just finished editing this video for you guys. We had a ton of fun. Now, one thing I did want to say is I didn't feel like I did a very good job of laying this out for you guys. The first group, which you guys saw, they were at the feed right next to the house. We counted down 3, 2, 1. All three of us shot. I hit mine through the shoulders. Couldn't find it. So we ended up with one for sure hog out of that group. It had laid down and, it had died right there in front of us. And then as they were running away, Jimmy shot at least 2 more. So They sounded like good solid hits, but those hogs that he hit actually made it off down into the valley or the cap rock. They made it down into this stuff, and we can't get down there and get the hogs back up out of there. This stuff is so steep that there's no way that we could get down there and get a hog out of the valley, and just for pictures. So we're thinking out of that first group, we took close to 4 hogs, somewhere around in there. Only recovered 1. Fast forward to it was actually a couple hours later. We sneak up on that one lone boar. Jimmy and I both take some shots at him. We didn't even count down. I just let him shoot, and then I told him I'd back him up. I think I might have got a bullet in him as he was running away at some point, but he ended up running about 50 yards after 3 or 4 hits from a 308. Jimmy shot him multiple times, and then of course, if one of my bullets made it into him, he had a 6.5 Grindle in him as well, and so they're tough. So I've killed tons and tons and tons and tons of hogs, and I've seen some really tough ones, but I've never seen so many groups do what these groups did. There were some we were shooting in the neck and they were running off. It was incredible. None of those hogs were just ginormous. That one that you guys saw me shoot right through the shoulders at the first feeder. I've had a lot of hogs drop with a high shoulder shot like that, and then I've had a lot that would take a few steps, fall over, they would run 20 yards and fall over or whatever. But we never even found that hog, and I know, because I have video proof of it, that I made a good shot on it, and they just ran and ran and ran and ran and ran, and I guess it's because of the kind of terrain that they live in. They have to be so much more tough, but anyway, let's just fast forward to that third group of hogs, and we sneak up on them. There's probably, I don't know, 6 to 8 in that group. We all 3 shoot at the same time. We count down 3, 2, 1, pull the trigger. I hit mine. I watching the footage, I hit mine. The shot looked good through the shoulders. Last second, that hog turned. The one that I was shooting at turned, and I hit it high shoulders again. It's just nuts how freaking tough these things are. And then, of course, we just started waylaying on them and going to town on them right after the initial shots. But there had to have been at least 2 or 3 more that made it to the neighbor's property. So for sure, mine that I hit made it to the neighbor's. I'm sure that there's a couple of Jimmys that made it to the neighbor's property, and then whichever ones John shot, I think he only shot like 2 or 3 times out of this group just because he was having a hard time seeing. But it stinks that we killed close somewhere between 8 and 10 hogs and only recovered 4 of them. And while those odds suck, we can't trespass onto the neighbor's property and go find those hogs. And we can't get down into the valleys where those other hogs ran. But I promise you that they died within minutes, if not seconds. The point of going up there was, again, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, my great aunt and uncle own a lot of property up around the Lubbock and McAdoo area, and they plant crops. They plant cotton. They keep their yards nice, and the hogs come up there and just destroy it. And on top of that, they have cattle, so it's tough to keep up with all this stuff enough as it is. It's tough doing ranch work, and it makes it even tougher whenever you have hogs coming in. Number 1, spreading diseases. Number 2, destroying everything in sight. So they gotta go. They're a non-native species. They're invasive to the state of Texas. And you guys know, I've told you this tons and tons and tons of times. They gotta go. So while we only recovered about half of them that we put lead in, we still came up and did my aunt and uncle a huge favor, getting rid of at least 8 hogs, at the very least 8. And on top of that, but these groups of hogs will stay away for quite some time, and that's the best part about it overall. We just hunted this one specific property that was about 650 acres, and there was a couple other plots of land that were somewhere between 150 and 300 to 400 acres, somewhere in that range. There were several more that were that size, and we only hunted one other that was about 150 acres. And so there was, the point that I'm trying to make is that there were so many hogs on this one property that we couldn't even travel and go to the other ones. And that's pretty incredible. You know, the numbers have got to be controlled. We've got to do something about it. And we did a good job this weekend trying to put some down and get rid of them, put the numbers down just a little bit. And so I feel like that we accomplished quite a bit. And I want to say a huge thank you to my great aunt and uncle for letting us come up and letting us stay in the house and having us, the accommodations, everything. It was very, very much appreciated. And we get to do that, and we get to bring this footage to you guys. And so we hope that y'all enjoy it. If you guys want to see the thermal version of this hunt, I will link Guns and Chicken Strips channel. Jimmy, you guys know him. I'll link his channel down below. And you guys can jump over there and check his channel out. And I don't know if he has this footage up just yet, but if he doesn't, it'll be very soon. He's coming out with this footage, but it'll be the thermal version. Mine's the night vision, and so you guys want to jump down there and click that link and check out his channel. I will also leave a link to John from Fearless Life Outdoors. You guys can check out his version of the video. All in all, it was a fantastic time. We accomplished a lot of good, and so we killed hogs, and that was the best part about it. That was the whole point. So we had a great time. And with all that being said, I'm gonna end this one out, guys. I will leave my Instagram link down in the description below at 4B Outdoors. You guys can check it out. Also, if you have not already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you have already subscribed, please hit the little notification bells right there next to the subscribe button. That way you guys get a notification every single time that I upload, and you won't miss a thing. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Y'all are absolutely amazing. I love each and every one of you, and I'll catch you on the next one.